Hi, and welcome back to another video here with me, another flow here. I am so happy to be back, and I found a new filming spot location. So I'm really excited to be here, and I know that I am in desperate need of this practice myself today, and just a little bit of movement and a bit of shifting. And so this practice, heavy mind, heavy heart, is really just to support anyone who is feeling a little bit heavy, a little bit low, mentally and emotionally. And that doesn't even have to be because of any kind of big thing that's happened. Sometimes we just feel a bit meh and a bit average and a bit not great for whatever reason that may be, from the weather outside to feeling like you have a million and one things to do. And I just hope that this practice can support you in that way. And as ever, just doing what feels good on your mat, taking the shapes and the poses that work for you, doing what works for you, and really, most importantly, doing what feels good in your body. This is your practice. And we're going to start in child's pose together. And I'm quite aware that I do not have loads of space around me, so I will try my best, and I'll guide you through this whole practice with my voice regardless of what I'm doing in my physical body. So really try as much as possible to not look too much at me on the screen, and to really allow yourself to drop into the practice and just listen to my voice and my guidance. So coming to a child's pose here on your mat. You can have your knees as wide as feels good. Maybe you're taking your forehead down to the mat. Maybe you're taking your forehead down to the block or a book. You might want a couple of blocks for this practice. Just finding your child's pose, closing down the eyes and settling onto your mat, settling into this practice, settling into your space. And we'll take an inhale through the nose together. Exhale, sighing it out through the mouth. We'll take one more of those. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale a sigh out through the mouth. Letting it go, letting the day go that you've had so far, the week go that you've had so far, the month go that you've had so far. Setting aside that to-do list. Setting aside whatever it is you have to do once you step off of the mat. Just placing them loving to one side of your mat. And really allow yourself to arrive here. Really allow yourself to have this time for yourself. Even if the mind and the heart and the soul feel heavy, even if you feel low in spirits and in energy, can you still show up for yourself in this practice in the smallest way, offering yourself this gift of a practice? And coming to your breath, if you haven't already, really feeling the filling up of the back body as you breathe. Seeing if you can try and fill up those lower lobes of the lungs. Filling up around your waist, the base of your spine. Back into your hips, breathing up and down the back of your body. Using your breath to arrive a little bit deeper into the practice. Using your breath to be here, to focus. And on your next inhale, gently just drawing yourself up onto your forearms, then onto your palms, drawing the chest forward as we inhale, and exhale, we push the hips back. God, the sun is coming out. Inhale, we draw forward onto our forearms, onto our palms, and exhale, we push back. Nice, let's do this twice more. Inhale, we roll forward, working into the spine. Exhale, rounding back. Inhale, we draw forward, lift the heart, the chest, and exhale, we drop back. Beautiful. And this time, inhale, coming forward, coming to your tabletop, and just keep moving. Maybe it's a gentle sway side to side. Maybe it's a swaying forwards and backwards. Maybe the toes are curled under. Maybe the feet are flat on the mat. Maybe you play between both options. And if you haven't already, close down your eyes wherever you are in this free movement of our tabletop and allow yourself to drop into body. And of course, coming through cat-cows, if they feel good in the spine, maybe making them a little bit more rolling. Allowing the breath to guide the movement as we work into hips, work through the spine, work into chest, work into wrists, into hands. Maybe you want to turn the palms round, so fingertips face the outer edges of the mat, fingertips face towards you. This is a little bit more intense. So take it easy here, maybe drawing the weight slowly back towards the heels. Maybe you turn the fingertips towards each other and you rock backwards and forwards. Finding a couple more breaths of free movement, as big or as small as feels good, and it will not look anything like mine. And that is the beauty of this practice of moving in this free way, dropping into your body in your own unique way, your own unique patterning. Inhale. Exhale, drawing yourself back to center. We're coming into our puppy pose. So just keeping your hips stacked above the knees, walking your hands towards the front corners of the mat. And you can drop the forehead down towards the mat. If you feel like you've got more space, more room, dropping chin and chest down to the mat, but you do not have to go here. At the start of our practice, this is deep, this is intense. Take it easy, this opening up through the heart, through the chest. And if you went down to your chest and it actually feels too far, draw yourself back up and place the forehead down on the mat. It doesn't matter what you did yesterday, what you did last week in the practice. What matters is how it feels today, right now in the body. Just cracking open the space of the heart, maybe where we're holding a bit of heaviness. Breathing some life into this space, opening up this space. One more inhale here together. One more exhale. And gently just lifting yourself back up to sit on your heels. Closing down the eyes, palms face up towards the sky, just taking a moment here. Feeling any rippling of energy pulses through the body. Feeling that opening across the heart space, the chest, the shoulders, down the arms. Noticing the beginning of these shifts that our practice has provoked, induced. And then whenever you're ready, walking your hands forward. Curling the toes under now, coming to our downward facing dog, pushing the hips up and back. First down dog of our practice. We'll take an inhale through the nose together. And an exhale, a sigh out through the mouth, letting it go. And on your inhale, roll forward to your high plank. Hovering the hips off the mat, lowering them down into an up dog. Inhale, open through heart. Maybe your face is in the sun like mine. And exhale, drawing the hips up and back. We'll take that twice more. Inhale, drawing forward, hovering hips off the mat, opening through heart. And exhale, downward facing dog. One more time, you've got this. Inhale, we roll forward. It might feel tight, it might feel sticky. Exhale, downward facing dog, and taking any wiggles, any movement that feels good here, swaying through the hips. Maybe you're walking one knee Then the other, walking of the dog. Allow the crown of the head to drop towards the mat. Allow a release through the jaw, through the neck, through the tongue and the mouth. Then coming back to center on your inhale, reaching your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend that knee, open up the hip. My literal favorite thing to do here. Maybe you want to come onto the fingertips of that right hand, drawing yourself a little bit deeper into the twist, into this opening across the right side. Inhale, re-extend right leg up and back. Exhale, we step that right foot through between the hands, dropping the left knee down, staying in a runner's lunge here. So fingertips are framing that front foot open through the heart, inhale, and exhale, drawing the hips back into our half splits. And you might want to use blocks here. That can be really great, or books to bring the floor a bit closer to you. Inhale, we draw forward. And exhale, we drop back. Sorry for the creaky floor. Inhale, we draw forward. And exhale, we draw back, and we stay here in our half splits. It doesn't matter how deep, how low you are. Just breathing up and down the right side, the back of the right leg, pardon me. Sending your breath to the back of the right leg, keeping that right foot nice and flexed. And on your next inhale, weight into right foot standing splits. Again, you can use blocks here, either side of the foot, or maybe the hands down to the mat. Allow the crown of the head to drop, like we're folding inwards here. The left toes are sparking towards the sky. Maybe you already want to play with a balance, taking one hand, both hands around that bottom ankle. You do not have to. First balance of our practice. It's okay. One more inhale here. Exhale, standing forward fold at the top of the mat, planting both feet down, and maybe taking them wide as the mat, hip width apart, and allow yourself to come a little bit deeper into the fold, bending through the knees. A gentle sway side to side is beautiful here, brilliant. Maybe hands are on the mat, maybe catching hold of opposite elbows. Shaking the head yes, shaking the head no, releasing the heaviness of the mind down towards the earth. Allow the earth to catch your heaviness. And we're all going to interlace our fingers behind our backs now. Inhale, halfway lift through the chest. And exhale, coming back into that forward fold, drawing that interlace up over the head, breathing into the back of the heart space. Breathing into the shoulders, maybe wiggling that bind around. I quite like to sway it from side to side. Maybe a sigh out through the mouth. This feels so good as we are hunched over our desks, our laptops, our books all day. Releasing your bind. Grounding down the four corners of your feet, we're slowly unraveling all the way up to standing. Taking your time here, taking your time rolling through the spine vertebrae by vertebrae. Rolling these shoulders back and reaching your arms up over your head to prayer. And then taking that prayer down to heart center, standing at the top of the mat, maybe feet to touch, big toes to touch at the top of the mat. Spreading the toes out onto the mat. We'll take an inhale through the nose. And an exhale, a sigh out through the mouth. Finding stillness, finding silence for a moment, palms to touch. At the heart. Notice where the mind has gone, bring it back. Reconnect to body, reconnect to breath, reconnect to this space. Inhale, reaching your prayer up over your head. And exhale, we fold all the way down towards the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold, plant the palms, step back to your high plank. Moving through our first vinyasa, you can go high to low plank or knees down. Chin and chest draw down towards the mat. Inhales into our cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful, everyone. Noticing right side, left side. Any lengthening down the right side of the body. And inhale, we reach the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip in the sky, yawning into left side, maybe coming onto the left fingertips. Can you separate the toes on that left foot? Inhale, re-extend left leg up to the sky. Exhale, stepping left foot through between the hands. Runner's lunge, and we drop the right knee, fingertips, framing that front left foot. Inhale here. Exhale, we flow back into our half splits, again using props if needs be. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, drawing back. Inhale, we draw forward. Exhale, coming back and breathing up and down the back of the left leg, working into that left hamstring. Softening through the muscles of the face, the jaw, the eye sockets, the forehead. And inhale, weight into left foot, standing splits. Drawing the crown of the head down to the mat, sparking through the right toes. Maybe staying with the hands on the mat, maybe playing with a balance. One hand, both hands around that bottom ankle, softening through face. One more inhale here. And exhale, forward fold at the top of the mat, planting through both four corners of both feet, rolling up through the spine. A little bit faster this time, rolling shoulders back, reaching your prayer up over your head. Inhale. And exhale, we dive all the way back down towards the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, follow the breath. Exhale, planting the palms, step back to your high plank, moving through your vinyasa, high to low, or knees, chest, chin. Inhales, our cobra, our up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. We'll take a couple breaths here just to realign, recenter. Pressing through your palms, looking towards your hands. Jump, step, or hop towards your hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Sun salutation A. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, root to rise, reaching a little bit higher, a bit taller. And exhale, we fold back down to earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step back to your high plank. And moving through your vinyasa, high to low plank. Or knees, chest, chin. Inhales, our cobra, our up dog, our back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog, pushing the hips up and back. We'll take an inhale through the nose together. And an exhale, a sigh out through the mouth. Inhale, re-extend. Right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, right knee to nose, tiger curl. Inhale, re-extend, take it slow. Exhale, stepping right foot through towards that right thumb. Warrior one, so grounding down the back edge of the back foot, bending through that front knee. Hips are facing the front like you've got headlights on your hips. Drawing the fingertips up towards the sky, soften on the exhale through face, through shoulders. Balancing this strength and alertness with this softness through the body. We'll interlace the hands behind the back. Open up through the heart, through the chest, but we'll stay before diving down. Feel into this back bend. Feel into the heart opener. Inhale. Exhale, humble warrior. Drawing the body to the inside of the right knee, right thigh. Interlace up over the head. Crown of the head drops down towards the mat. Both feet are strong, engaged. Allow the weight to be in the back foot as well as the front foot. Grounding down the back edge of the back foot into the mat. It's strong on the legs. I know I've got you. Inhaling here. Exhale, releasing the bind, keep body where it is. Hands to the front left corner of the mat. See if you can fold a little bit deeper into this humble warrior. Finding this extension through the body now. Extension on the outsides of the arms. And on your next inhale, we roll up and out to our warrior two. Inhale, flip, reverse, triangle. Way out of that right foot now feels really good. Breathing up and down the right side of the body. Left hand can stay down that left leg, or maybe you hook it round the right. Taking a moment now, finding stretch, finding height. And I've quite enjoyed to turn my palm up towards the sky in my reverse warriors. Just play, have a seat. Inhale. Exhale, weight into right foot. Half moon pose. Balance, balance, balance. Finding your way, there's no rush. Left hand to left hip. And then maybe extending left fingertips up towards the sky. Separating left toes. Sparking through left fingers, half moon. You're welcome to take a bind if that's in your practice, left hand to left foot. But staying where you are is perfect, is enough. Don't chastise yourself, don't criticize yourself, don't judge yourself. There's no point. Just enjoy where your body goes, enjoy the shape that your body finds on the mat. One more inhale here. Exhale, Skandasana to the back of the mat. Take it slow, weight into left foot. Bending through left knee, straightening right leg. Left arm down, reaching right fingertips up to the sky. We can stay here with this opening, or maybe we take a bind around that left leg, looking over the right shoulder. Inhaling here. And exhale, coming to a wide-legged forward fold, toes in, heels out. Inhale, a halfway lift through the chest, and then exhale, we fold between the legs. And maybe you take your hands through, fingertips pointing away from you, drawing that body deeper into the fold, underneath the legs, underneath the hips. Maybe you're on the fingertips of the hands. Maybe there's a sigh out through the mouth here. Hands back to center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lizard lunge at the top of the mat. Heel toe the right foot out to the outside edge of the mat. Left knee lowers down, hands to the inside of the right foot. Beautiful. We can stay here on our palms. Maybe we want to come down onto the forearms if there's space. If not, stay up on the palms. That's beautiful. That's perfect. That is enough. That is enough. Soften here through face in this moment of stillness. Maybe roll onto the knife edge of that right foot. If you're not on your palms already, on your next inhale, drawing yourself up onto your palms. Exhale, we step back to our high plank. And moving through your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or high to low plank, taking your time. Inhales, the back bend open, smile. Exhale, downward facing dog, push the hips up and back. We go left side. Inhale, drawing the left leg up towards the sky, three-legged. Exhale, left knee to nose, tiger cow. Inhale, we extend. Exhale, left foot comes towards the left thumb, and then you ground down the back edge of that back right foot into the mat. Humble warrior. Arms go up above the head on the inhale. On the exhale, we find softness through shoulders, through face. Really nice. Hips are facing forward. Find an interlace behind your back. Maybe one finger along this time. We open through the heart, through the chest. We stay here. Inhale. Exhale, humble warrior. Body to the inside of the left foot. Maybe you want to heel toe that left foot out just a smidge. That's okay. Have a play. Drawing the bind up over the head. Crown of the head drops down towards the mat. Imagining there's this weight on the crown of the head. Drawing it down towards the earth. Breathing into feet. One more inhale here. Exhale, releasing the bind, taking your hands to the top right corner of your mat. Finding a little bit more depth in this humble warrior. You've got it. Maybe we ripple. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, a deeper fold. One more breath here. On your next inhale, rolling up and out to our warrior two. Inhale, flip reverse, but straighten through that front leg, reverse triangle. Maybe that top palm flips and you send the palm like you're high-fiving the sky, breathing up and down the left side of the body. Finding extension, inhale. And exhale, we balance. Humble warrior, weight into left foot. Left hand comes in front of left foot, peeling yourself open to the right. Maybe right hand on hip, you stay. Maybe right hand up. Maybe a bind. There's no winning, there's no losing here. You're doing what feels good in the body. You're dancing with the body, dancing with the breath. There is no right. There is no wrong. Not pushing yourself, not forcing yourself. Meeting yourself with compassion, care. One more inhale. Exhale, Skandasana to the back of the mat. Bending into right knee, straightening left leg, right hand down, peeling left fingertips up to the sky. And maybe you stay here, or maybe you find a bind, catching hold of the hands around that right knee, right thigh. Opening up through the heart. Breathe. One more inhale here, and exhale, a wide-legged forward fold, turning the toes in, heels out. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, Exhale, we fold. Beautiful, everyone. Take that interlace behind your back like we did at the start of class and draw it up over the head, working into the back of the heart space, the shoulders where we hold so much tension and tightness, and where this heaviness can often reside, this heaviness in the heart, in the soul. Can we open up this space? Can we give this space some light, some length, some depth through our practice? One more inhale. Exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lizard lunge at the top of the mat, heel toeing left foot out to the left side of the mat, dropping the right knee down. Inhale, finding your lizard lunge, maybe staying on palms. That's beautiful, that's perfect, that's enough. Or perhaps bringing your forearms down towards the mat, maybe curling that chin in towards the chest, maybe closing down the eyes, taking a moment here. Stop, pause, breathing into left hip, left groin. Softening through the muscles of the face, noticing any habitual tension. It's okay if it's there, just taking the awareness to dissolve it. Inhale, coming back up onto the palms if you aren't there already. Exhale, we step back to our high plank, moving through your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or high to low plank. Taking your time. Inhale, we open. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful, everyone. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling a sigh out through the mouth. Let it go. Inhale, roll forward to your high plank. Exhale, right hand to the middle of the mat, rolling onto the knife edge of the right side. You're welcome to drop right knee down, side plank. And let's all reach our left arm up over our ear, finding length, finding space. Maybe you lift that left leg up. Maybe you find a tree. Inhale. Exhale, take yourself back, high plank, find center, pulling the pit of the belly up towards the spine, towards the back. Left hand to the middle of the mat, rolling onto knife edge of left foot, finding your side plank. Hello. Reaching your right arm up over your ear. Maybe you take that right leg up off the bottom leg. Maybe not. Inhale here. Exhale back to your high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Coming up onto your tiptoes. Tiptoe your way to meet your hands at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold. Let's come into our malasana. Heels in, toes out, hands to parrot, heart center. Closing down the eyes. And you can play with putting a block underneath your seat, giving you a little bit more height, more of an ease to sit down. That's perfect. You're still opening up through the inside of the hips, which is what we're trying to do in this shape, in this asana. Maybe there's a gentle sway side to side. Maybe there's a sigh out through the mouth. Maybe there's a blubber of the lips. Practicing at home in our own space can often make us feel more inclined to do these blubbers of the lips, these sighs out through the mouth. We're not worried about other people being around, so make noise. Go for it. Planting the hands down, drawing the hips up towards the sky. Soles of the feet come about hip width apart. And we're unraveling all the way up to standing, rolling through the spine, rolling the shoulders back. Reaching our arms up over our head, big stretch. Could you grow a little bit taller? Actually, let's all come up onto our tiptoes here. So we're in this kind of pencil stretch. And I know you can't see the top of me. My fingertips are up towards the sky. I'm on my tiptoes. Inhale. Exhale, hands to parrot, heart center, lowering the heels down. Nice. Coming into some standing balances. Weight into right foot. Hugging that left knee into the chest, left hand to left knee. And you can draw that left hip out to the side. So I'll show you face on. Drawing the left knee out to the side. You're welcome to take your peace fingers around that left big toe, straighten out the left leg, and draw the left leg out to the side. Right fingertips drawing the opposite direction. Take your gaze towards that right hand. Wherever you are with the knee bent, with the leg straight, it does not matter. There are no medals for who can have a straight leg. One more inhale. Exhale, bring that left knee back to center, figure 4. Outside edge of the left foot onto the right thigh. Woo, through the wobbles, hands to prayer at heart center, and we sink back till we find that juicy spot in the outside of the left hip, pressing the palms together, flexing through the left foot. Can you find that sweet spot, that point in the outside of the left hip where you can feel the stretch? Shifting energy, moving body. Breathing out stagnation. Inhale, left knee in towards the chest. Exhale, through the wobbles, feeling super wobbly today. Fly that left leg back, warrior 3 for a moment. Exhale, high lunge. Left toes down towards the mat. Reach your fingertips up towards the sky, a little back bend here, a little opener. Maybe you want to cactus the arms. Maybe you want to keep them up towards the sky. And then grounding down the back edge of the back foot, coming back into that warrior 1-like shape, but straightening up through that right leg. Maybe the back foot needs to hop in a couple of steps, drawing the fingertips back. Pyramid, but active. Body is horizontal to the mat. Gaze is down towards your lovely foot. Inhale. And then exhale, taking the palms down, the fingertips down towards the mat. Blocks are brilliant here again. You can have a block either side of that right foot, or a book, or anything that can give you a little bit of height. Inhale, halfway lift the chest, and exhale, we fold over the right leg. Breathing into the back of the right leg, the right hamstring. Can you energetically pull that right hip further back in space? Like you're leveling off the hips. Draw the right hip back. I like to take my fingertips quite a bit further in front of my foot. It just gives me a greater depth, but you do not have to. It does not matter. Your body is different to mine. My body is different to yours. Inhaling here. Exhale, easy twist. Taking that left foot perhaps a little bit further back, taking left hand down towards the mat. Inhale, reaching right fingertips up to the sky, and we can stay. We could come back into our side plank, rolling onto the knife edge of left foot. Right foot comes to meet left. Maybe you want to take this a step further, wild thing. Taking right foot back behind, I don't have much space, lifting hips and heart up to the sky. Or you could stay in that side plank, or you could stay in that easy twist. Whatever feels good. Nice. And wherever we are, inhale. Exhale, framing that front foot at the top of the mat. So bringing your right foot back. Sorry, if you're in your wild thing side plank, easy twist, we meet. Exhale, we frame that front right foot. Left foot comes to meet right at the top of the mat. Sorry, my bad there. I hope you're with me. Grounding down the feet, we slowly roll up through the spine. We're coming to the other side. Reaching your fingertips up towards the sky. And exhale, taking that prayer down to heart center. Weight into left foot. Right knee in towards the chest. Drawing right knee out towards the right. Left hand draws away from you. Gaze to left fingertips. Staying here, maybe you're finding that bind. Maybe you're straightening the leg. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale, bringing that right knee back to center. Outside edge of the right foot onto left thigh. Hands to prayer at heart center. Sinking the hips back. I am so wobbly. Until you find that sweet spot on the outside of the right hip. Sinking the hips back like you're sitting into a chair. Maybe you draw those elbows a little bit further down. Gaze comes towards the floor. I find this kind of deepens the stretch for me. Maybe you're more upright. Inhale, hugging right knee into chest. Hands stay at prayer at heart center. Warrior 3. Inhale. Exhale, high lunge. Extending those fingertips up towards the sky. Maybe finding a cactus, this cracking open of the heart space. Inhale here. Exhale, grounding down the back edge of the back foot into the mat. Coming into that warrior 1-like position, but straightening through that front leg. Drawing the fingertips back. Active pyramid. Body is horizontal to the mat. Maybe you want to bring that back foot in a little bit. Give yourself more stability. Inhale. Exhale, we fold. Full pyramid here. Hands to blocks is great, is perfect. Inhale, halfway lift through the chest, just undulating through the spine. Exhale, fold. Any sighs out through the mouth are welcome, are beautiful. Allow gravity to do the work. Draw you deeper into the fold as we energetically pull that left hip back in space. Inhale. Exhale, easy twist, planting the right hand down, reaching left fingertips up to the sky, and we can stay here in this beautiful twist, this opening. Maybe rolling onto nice edge of right foot, side plank. Maybe wild thing, taking the left foot back behind you, reaching hips and heart up to the sky. We open. If you're in your wild thing, make sure you're squeezing your bottom. Inhale wherever you are. Exhale, we all meet in our easy twist. Left foot comes back. I know it's tricky. Reaching left fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, framing that front foot. We're stepping back straight to our down dog. Beautiful. We'll take an inhale through the nose. And an exhale, a sigh out through the mouth. We'll take one of those rolls. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Lowering the hips, hovering them off the mat. Opening up through the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reaching right leg up to the sky. Exhale, right knee, shin, and ankle behind the wrists. Opening up into our half pigeon. And you could place a block or cushion underneath your right glute if that feels more comfortable for you. And we'll just stay upright for a moment. This opening through the heart space, soften through the chest, soften through the face. Inhale. Exhale, we fold. Find a depth of fold that works for you. Perhaps it's forearms. Perhaps you're bringing your third eye space, I love doing this, to a block. Resting that space between the eyebrows on a block at any height. Maybe you're bringing your forehead all the way down to the mat. Wherever you are, melt like butter into this fold. Softening the body over that right leg. And where has the mind gone? Can you come back? Can you come back to your mat? Can you come back to your practice? Can you come back to this gift of a practice for you? You've clicked on this video. You've chosen to show up on your mat for yourself. Can you be here for yourself? In this reliable, trustworthy capacity of showing up for yourself and only for yourself. On your next inhale, drawing yourself back up onto your palms, curling under the left toes, hips go up and back, down dog, taking any wiggles, any sways through the legs. And then when you're ready, left side, reaching left toes, left leg up to the sky, three-legged. Exhale, left knee comes to left wrist, and you drop your left knee, shin, and ankle down to the mat. And remember that your left leg doesn't have to be totally parallel and straight. My left foot is way closer into my body than that kind of 90-degree angle. I think it's a common misconception that we have to be at that 90-degree angle. We don't. Our bodies are all formed and molded differently. Finding your pigeon that works for you, maybe with a cushion underneath the left sit bone. It's deep into that left hip, but shouldn't be overly painful. Inhaling here, and exhale, we fold. And again, you're not trying to find kind of pain. It's a juicy sweet spot of the opening through the outside of the left hip, and that might be on forearms. Head might be to a block, head might be all the way down to the mat. Breathe into that stretch, that deep stretch in the outside of the left hip. Soften into this restorative fold. Allow yourself to be completely held by this moment. You have everything you need in this moment. You don't need to run forward. You don't need to retrace your steps. Just stay right here. Stay right here. Everything will be okay. And gently drawing yourself up onto your palms on your inhale, curling under the right toes, pushing the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale a sigh out through the mouth. Shaking the heaviness of the head. Yeah, shaking the heaviness of the mind. No. Swaying through the body. We'll take a couple more of those rolls. Inhale, high plank. Hovering the hips off the mat, opening up through the chest, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Maybe these feel a little bit more open now. Maybe there's more depth. Inhale, rolling forward, high plank, hovering the hips off the mat, up dog, and maybe not, and that is okay. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. And just taking a moment here, noticing any space that you created in the physical body through your practice, through your movement. Maybe noticing a lightness through the physical body in comparison to that first downward facing dog. Looking towards your hands, stepping through to seated. And then coming to take your legs long on the mat and take them slightly wider than the mat. I like to call this a teddy bear fold. So it's kind of not legs together, but it's not legs completely apart. It's kind of in the middle. And if you've got a block, that's great. If not, totally fine. We're just folding forwards. Have your palms facing up towards the sky. There's a bend through my knees because my hamstrings are pretty tight. If you've got a block, that's cool. You can rest the third eye space on that block. I feel this in the back of my hamstrings, and I do feel this into my groin as well because of the slight opening through the legs. And if you've got a block, go to a depth that suits you. Maybe you want to get a bit deeper, a bit lower to the ground as we stay. If you haven't got a block, you're just curling and folding forwards. Again, there's no pushing or forcing of the body. Just allow yourself to fold. Allow yourself to fold. One more inhale here together. One more exhale. Drawing yourself slowly back up. I could literally stay there all day. Drawing yourself back up and taking your feet down towards the mat. Actually, we'll come to an Avasana just before we come down onto our back. So you can bend through the knees, or you can take the knees straight. I'm going to keep my knees bent, hands to prayer at heart center. We're going to take a couple of twists. You can flex the feet, point the feet, twisting to the right, left, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Inhale, smile, open through heart. And exhale, taking the feet down to the mat, just curling yourself over for a breath. Inhale. Exhale a sigh. And then rolling onto your back. All the way down towards the earth, towards the mat. Nice. And you can take your feet as wide as the mat. Cactusing the arms or T-shaping the arms. Feet are as wide as the mat. And we drop both knees over towards the right. So it's like this open kind of twist, looking over towards that left shoulder. Notice if you can just soften these shoulders further away from the bottom of your earlobe. Can you find more space here between shoulder and ear? Softening into the supine twist. Inhale, come back through center. Keep your feet where they are. And exhale, we drop them over to the other side. I don't have space, so you can move your hips like me if you also do not have space. Looking over to the opposite shoulder. This opening across the heart and the chest that we've accessed through this practice. Subtly, but it's been there. Inhale, taking your knees back up towards the sky. Feet are down onto the mat. Hugging your knees into your chest just for a moment. Rocking yourself side to side, massaging out the spine, the back body. Beautiful, beautiful. And then coming to our final pose, our Shavasana. You can take whatever feels best for you. Legs long on the mat, or you could take a Supta Baddha Konasana. I've really enjoyed using my blocks and taking them long. So the longest part of the block is facing me. The shorter part of the block is facing the outside edge of the mat. And they are just below my bottom, at the tops of my thighs. And just release your body wherever you are into the mat. Allow your palms to be facing up to the sky in this open receptive gesture. We're here to receive all the magic and the benefits and the goodness from our practice. Allow your feet to roll out to the side. We'll take an inhale through the nose. Exhale a sigh out through the mouth. Shavasana. Nowhere to be. No one to be. Nothing to do. Tune into the weight of the back of your head, of your shoulders, your wrists, the weight of your hips and your ankles and your feet on the mat. Feel that heaviness, feel the weight of the physical body. Can you get a little bit heavier? Releasing a little bit further into the mat, into the ground, into the earth beneath you. You are held, you're supported. Let go. Allow the earth to support the perhaps heaviness of your heart, of your mind, of your soul. Allow these points of heaviness to be held. Permission to rest. Permission to be still, to be soft. Permission to not do. Permission to be held in all the heaviness that you're feeling, big or small, or in between. And if you want to stay here, please do. Please do. If you're ending your practice with me in this moment, begin to wake up the physical body. Wiggling fingers and toes. Taking a big stretch up over the head. And hugging the knees back into the chest. One final time. On an exhale. And rolling over onto one side. Finding your rebirth position. Holding yourself here. Head is resting on that bottom arm. Eyes are soft or closed. There's no rush. And then gently just drawing yourself back up to seated. Keeping the eyes soft or closed, remaining in this bubble, this space, this practice you've carved out for yourself. And bring your hands to prayer at heart center, or placing one hand, the other hand on top of the heart space. Stillness, silence, quiet. Notice any shifts, physically, mentally, emotionally. Notice the heaviness that perhaps you felt of the heart, of the mind, of the soul before you stepped onto the mat. Notice the weight of that heaviness now. Just meeting that heaviness with complete acceptance and compassion and care. That heaviness is there, but you're looking out for yourself. Bringing your prayer to your third eye space between your eyebrows, bowing your head to your heart, to yourself. Thank yourself for getting on the mat, and thank you so much for practicing with me. For this practice, we say namaste.